What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. Back again at Zoo Culture in Encino. Seems to be where I'm getting most of my workouts in this year. At least three to 4 days a week for sure. I've been in Gold Advantage here and there, for Nation Gym here and there, but this seems to be home base. I like to get comfortable in a specific spot where I'm in a good routine. I do like to check out different gyms and prep, just to kind of, I don't know, sometimes it's kind of refreshing, but for the most part, I gotta have some kind of home base, and this is my home base right now. As you can see, it's pretty empty right now, so you don't got a bunch of influencers bench pressing motorcycles, doing backflips and all that, so I try to avoid that time. Other than that, it's like a bunch of arsenal equipment, really heavy dumbbells, so kind of my cup of tea. But speaking of dumbbells, we have chest today, and I'm actually starting the party off with incline dumbbell press, so I'm gonna work up to some decent weight. Just as heavy as I can get, sets of 10 with. Basically, that's pretty simple. Not that complicated. Trying to stay as strong as possible, but at the end of the day, it's about getting shredded, and it's not powerlifting, but still, you want to keep all that muscle you work hard for. So shouldn't be dropping in strength like crazy. A little bit of drop in strength, especially pressing movements, because you drop 30 pounds, it changes the leverages. You don't have the same cushion on your elbows and shit like that. So just different. Feel like a different movement when you lose a lot of weight, but nevertheless, I'm still staying in the range of where my strength should be. So let's get into it. Shit. Motherfucker. Got my gasp sleeves on. I'm not sponsored by them though. Maybe if Michael Johansson, somebody sent this clip to Michael Johansson, maybe you could hook me up with something. Or Keon, if you're watching, Keon. I know you watch from time to time, Keon. Put the word in for your boy, Keon. I'm a hard worker. You know me, Keon. I'm a hard worker. I've been doing good with the sponsors now. I'll be doing commercials and shit now. Put a word in for your boy. Up and coming, bro. I'm up and coming, man. I'm working hard. Shit. Motherfucker. Alright, second movement. Arsenal incline press. Couple working sets. Trying to hit 10 reps. I don't really count reps like that, but it's always in the 10 range for the most part. 10 or up usually the goal. fucking running out of glycogen out here. You know how it goes when you like start off feeling super strong, and midway through the set, it completely fizzles out. I feel like first exercise in prep, you're still pretty comparable to your normal strength, but the strength trails off really fast. Anybody who competes probably can relate to that. Like sometimes you can match some of your off-season lifts for the first lift, for the first working set of your first lift, and then that back down set drops off a bit. Next exercise drops off a bit more, and then so on and so forth. But that's cool. I think that's something we kind of get used to, and then you just continue to push to failure wherever that may land you. Final few weeks sometimes, man, no matter how light I go, I still fail at like 8 reps. So I just decide to go heavy anyways, because I'm like, yo, whether I do 150s or 130s, I'm gonna fail at 8 reps. So I'm gonna just go 150s at that point. I didn't get 10, so I probably should go down in weight, but I just can't get myself to go down from 3 plates. Sorry. I wouldn't call it ego lifting, but maybe pride lifting. I just can't allow myself to lose too much strength in prep. I know eventually, if your food is low long enough, that's what happens, but I'm gonna fight that shit till the last breath. Now, if I got like less than 6, I definitely would have went down, but I'm like, nah. I gotta force it. Cause I've been in preps where the strength started to trend down, but I didn't let up, and then it kind of like almost came back up slightly before it went down again. So if I could fight it, I'll fight it as long as possible. So this is me fighting it. You know, listen, 3 plates. That should be. I should be able to do this in prep. I'm sorry. I'm 10 weeks out. I'm not fucking 2 weeks out. So I'm gonna force this bitch. It's gonna move one way or the other. I got more reps in the first set. Thought I'd let myself be a bitch and go down to 2. I probably would have got 10 anyways, because when you got no glycogen in your muscle, you're gonna fail even if the weight is light. You still run out of fuel. I just try to lock in. Mentally and make sure that I was pushing with every fiber I got. And I was able to get more reps on the back down set. On the second working set. Which is probably my fault, because on that first set, I could tell I was still fatigued from the dumbbells. I just didn't give myself enough rest time. I'm training by myself, you know. Sometimes when you train, at least when I train by myself in prep, I get a little anxious and I move a little fast. Now, I don't believe in taking 5-10 minutes in between set talking to people, but if you're on arm day, man, sometimes I'll rest like 10 seconds, which is way too low, but that could work for me on arm day. But like a heavy pressing day for chest, if I don't get at least two minutes or so, my strength does decline, so I have to be more mindful to give my chest enough time to recover. It's just hard because I want to move, motherfucker, you know? I got cardio, I'm hungry, I want to get this shit over with, get to get this shit over it is a. I don't want to say it like that because that sounds like I don't enjoy training. I do enjoy training, even if I'm tired, even if I'm hungry. I enjoy training, but I do want to move at a decent pace so I can go eat and I can do my cardio and kind of relax. So it's funny, on my off days, I can't wait to work out, but on my training days, I can't wait to eat and relax. But yeah, I probably could have got 10 the first set if I gave myself enough rest time, but I'm happy I didn't go down and wait. And I made sure I kept it respectable. So I usually do 3 presses and 1 fly movement. But for the rest of prep, I want to try doing more fly movement. So I did 2 presses, I'm gonna do 2 fly movements. Just something that I've been thinking about trying. See if I can, I don't know. Okay, first of all, I feel like my chest looks the best in the side chest or in the side poses because I have like a really full outer chest, I guess you would call it. No, but I don't know. I feel like I have a lot more meat here and not as much meat here. I've never been somebody that really locks out or converges much, just because when I stack like my elbow here under my shoulder, a lot of times I feel some shoulder pain. So on a barbell press, you'll never see me fully lock out here. Even with a dumbbell, I'll get really close. It might look like I'm locking out, but I'm a little bit short, so I never get that final convergence, right? Because it just kind of destroys my shoulders. But on a fly movement, I can come all the way here, and the resistance is pulling toward my chest. It's not pulling. It's not gravity, if that makes sense. So it's not coming straight down on my shoulder. The resistance is coming from either cables, machine, or this is technically gravity, but the way the machine is pressed, gravity comes outward, not straight down. Hopefully that makes sense. So this way, I feel like if I can converge, like you would with a fly, and completely shorten the pec muscles, then I'll be able to fill in this part a little bit more. I'm not the science guy. Everybody knows that. I'm pretty old school, but what I do believe in is results, and I've seen Jay Cutler do that in the past, incorporate more fly movements, and his chest did improve. Also, my boy Eric Janicki, he's really big on flies, and the results speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? His chest looks really full, really round, and he continues to improve. So, listen, I'm not a know-it-all. I'm always down to learn and improve, and if I try it. If I don't like it, I don't do it. But if I do like it, I'll incorporate it. So first day today, 2 fly movements, see how that feels, and I'll let y'all guys know how it goes. I mean, you guys will be watching, so you'll see for yourself if I'm making some improvements, and I'll let you know what I feel. That's too light. I'm not gonna play myself. Just because it flies don't mean you have to go light, you can still push it like you would a press, That's how I think about it, at least. I can do whatever the fuck y'all want. Oh shit. Motherfucker. Alright, last movement for chest. Our snow machine fly. Or as the old guys call it, peg deck. Shout out to the old guys. 90s, bro. 90s is the greatest. Oh shit. Motherfucker. Oh shit. Felt that bitch in my elbows to fly. Oh. That wasn't bad, but I'm gonna drop the weight down a little bit. Try to lift my pecs up a little bit. Back here in the posing room, I'm gonna spend a lot of time in this posing room, as I should. Perfect my mandatories. I've always been pretty good with posing routines, just because that's just having a rhythm and being able to move. You should be good at, routines, but Mandatory is where we're contests of one, you know. That's where contests are won and lost. So just because you know you have good routines doesn't mean you have the best mandatories, right? It's usually the opposite. Usually the best routines are from people who don't have the best mandatories, you know. Kai Green, fantastic poser, but a lot of his mandatories weren't that well hit, you know. Very flamboyant posing, but his mandatories weren't exactly displaying his physique the best, you know. So whereas you have somebody like Hadi or Nick who have probably the best mandatories, you know, in the league, but they don't have very good posing routines. So it's two different things. The way I look at it is try to be perfect at both, you know, but shows are won and lost from the mandatory. So that's where the real work is at. Posing routine is fun. Try to have fun with it, but focus most of your energy on, first of all, bringing the best package, and then second, displaying it properly through your mandatories. And the posing routine, I don't want to say make it an afterthought, but that should come a far third, you know, to winning the show. And winning the show is going to be your physique and how you display the physique in the mandatories first and foremost. So that's where the bulk of your energy should be, and that's where I'm putting the bulk of my energy right now. I could come up with a routine, I could freestyle this shit, and it could still be the best routine of the show. You know, matter of fact, I promise my routine will be the best routine of the show, and it's more than likely going to be freestyle or like a half freestyle, half made up. You know, but that's not where the show is won anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. That being said, 10 weeks out, I don't have a whole lot to say. I kind of want to get going, if I'm being honest. So I guess I'll see you guys back at the crib. Oh, damn. The fuck? Oh. Alright, guys. Back home on the notorious couch. Oh, by the way, somebody asked me if I knew there was a Prada bag next to me, and I didn't know. I didn't know this. But since you want to bring it up, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we get down out here, you know what I'm saying? Something like, you know what I'm saying? Something like you're definitely not something like, it's not my Prada bag. Obviously, I don't buy Prada shit. I'm broke. I'm a bodybuilder, right? We all broke, so if anybody asks you, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. I ain't got it. This is not even my apartment. This is a friend's apartment. I'm just kicking it here. I ain't got nothing. But yeah, back on the couch. These lights are fucking unforgiving, man. That shit is bright as fuck, but there's no light in this room actually, which is kind of weird, right? You would think an apartment will have lights in the room. Zero lights in the room. There's no light bulb, no nothing. It's crazy, but so I have to use these lights since it's nighttime. But what's up with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Well, since y'all here watching, if y'all still watching the video, just want to go over I just wanted to go over, I guess, my current program. So this is the plan for the next 3 days. I guess I'll post it on the screen there. But yeah, for the next 3 days, this would be, it's all low days. There's no days over like 200 carbs pretty much. But this would be the lower days, I guess. You got low days and lower days, no high days, not even medium days, like low and lower. So this would be the lower days. So next 3 days, we got meal 1, 8 ounces chicken breast, 4 ounces of white rice. No, there's no breakfast in bodybuilding, so you don't have to eat eggs and oatmeal. Breakfast is not a thing. It's not a real thing. It's just meals. Meal 2, 50 grams whey isolate, 40 grams oats. I haven't been doing oats. I've been doing cream of rice. Compton don't mind. I don't really like oats right now. At least I don't. In off season, I didn't mind it. It was cool, but not that it matters. If I had to eat it, I would eat it. But I don't have to eat it. I could eat cream of rice. Meal 3, 8 ounces of chicken breast, 120 grams of greens. I usually save the greens meal for the last meal, if I'm being honest. I didn't ask Compton if I could switch it, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind me having greens for the last meal instead of meal 3. Meal 4, 8 ounces lean beef, 4 ounces of rice, 120 grams of greens. I don't add the greens to that meal, by the way. For the lean beef, I have 90% lean ground beef. Intra workout, 10 grams creatine, pump pre-workout with glycerol. Haven't been doing the pump pre-workout. Well, I have, but not the pump pre-workout powder. I've been doing injectable pump pre-workout, I guess you would call it, which is the Pump Max. We talked about it plenty of times, so if you want to try it, y'all know what to do. I gotta tell my boys about it. I gotta tell Joe and Paul and Stu and all those guys about it, because the pumps on the low food is incredible. It's just incredible feeling to be flat as fuck, but then getting crazy pump and not being flat. It's just cool. So I'm sure they've seen the videos, but I want to tell them personally so they know that I'm not just marketing, right? So if y'all watching this, y'all should try it out. I might bring you out a bottle. Post-workout, 50 grams whey, 70 grams cream of rice. Cardio, 50 minutes, 5 times weekly. Oh, cycle. There's been some, well, not changes. There's been an addition. So same cycle as last time. Like I said, test, EQ, trend, growth, clean. Arimidex is added now. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Most people take Arimidex all year round. I don't take any AIs until Compton puts it in, or until I'm in prep mode, which would be usually like probably added in when I'm coaching myself, or when I was coaching myself, I would add it in like 8 to 10 weeks out probably. Compton, I think, added it in like 12 weeks out maybe. Just 0.5 3 times a week. Yeah, but we just added Masteron 300 mgs weekly. So like I said, test, EQ, train, now Masteron 300 mgs a week, and GH still, Clan, Arimidex. So I already went over the doses. A gram of test, 600 EQ, 300 mass, 300 trend, 10 IUs of GH, 100 clean at the moment. It's probably the highest it's gonna get. And then 0.5 mgs of Arimidex 3 times a week.
As far as the clan, I mean, depends on the person. I mean, I have some gifted clients who can get away with like 50 or so, but most people usually want up to 100. And so I've seen coaches give people 200. That's a lot, but I mean, depends how long you're doing it. If it's a short amount of time, I don't think it's a big deal personally, but to each his own. You got to know your own self. If you got heart issues or something, who knows? Or if you're sensitive to it, I don't know. So it's one of those things. I think T3 you got to be more careful with. First of all, for your look, you can flatten out, and then if some people fuck around with their thyroid. I don't think it's dangerous. Honestly, all of these things can be perceived as dangerous, but it's really how you use it, man. You give somebody TRT, they're healthier. You give somebody fucking 2 grams of test, not so healthy. So it's just one of those things. You just gotta know what the fuck you're doing and be mindful. But that's the program. Training, same shit. 7 to 10 working sets to failure. Usually 10 or 15 reps is where I like to be at. Leg days are sus at best right now, but doing the best I can. Hammering back. Starting to train arms hard again since I have no arms. And still having fun training, which is the best part. We all started bodybuilding because we love training. Unfortunately, some preps get so difficult that you don't really love to train, as it gets closer to the show, because training kind of sucks. Feel like shit, no energy the whole 9, but if I'm being honest, training feels really good still. And at the end of a leg day or end of a back day, you're a little drained, but who gives a fuck? We can handle that shit. We bodybuilders better be able to handle shit. But yeah, still loving training. So hopefully I can love training all the way through. Maybe not the last couple of weeks, but that's okay. It's just at that point, that's not even a real workout. You're trying to just get a probably can't even get a pump. You're trying to just get some blood moving at that point, right? 2 weeks out, mostly a week out, but 2 weeks out at that point, obviously we ain't building no muscle, so you're just trying to get a pump, stimulate the muscle. You're not trying to overly tax your body by that point, because you should be ready at that point already. So at that point, it's not really a workout, but I'm kind of rambling, so I think I ended there. I think I covered all the bases, so I guess that's a wrap. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at bodyfall. Email me for coaching at badyfall@icloud.com. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm just saying.